monte de fio ligado para um lado para o outro, você é doido. Ah, segurança tô aceitando. Caixa melhor ainda. Ele tá correndo pra onde, ô filho da puta?
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Da hora, você é uma cobaia.
I'm ready when you are.
Mano, é mesmo construir essa coisa, né? Então eu acho isso bem grande, eu morri eletrocutado.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam.
Bem-vindo, meu amigo.
By the way,
Aí, Zoro, eu
I
mesmo
figured
construí
this was
essa
a golden
geringonça aqui, mano. Tem uma chance de eu morrer eletrocutado aqui, cuzão.
What they're up to. Yeah,
Bagulho é
this
da hora.
holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Tá lasqueira agora. Olha lá, o pai Tola tá vindo aí de novo. Mano, vou mentir não, mas eu tô me orgulhando por ter feito esse bagulho bonitinho. Ainda mais que eu fiz daqui, tava escuro no jogo. Não tinha nem como saber o que eu tava fazendo de verdade.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Tadinho do doguinho, vai ficar pra trás. Putz, eu esqueci de ver o nome da missão. Era só procurar o nome da missão em algum vídeo e ver o que acontecia. E se realmente tava bugado ou alguma coisa que eu não fiz. Acho que já até baixou o joguinho da época que eu coloquei. É, já baixou. E ela... Quando é assim, mano, eu vou beber água aqui, mas quando é assim, cara, nem fica resgatando esse bagulho, cara. Tá um bugado, tá quase tudo bugado. E essa porra aí não sou eu que mando nisso, não. Essa merda aí, quando buga, cara, é só Twitch pra resolver isso mesmo.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up. Getting cold feet? I don't blame you.
Hey, really?
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
Pra download. Eita caramba, ele vai abrir.
Yeah, we better
Abriu
hurry.
já.
And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. Just there for
O
decoration.
jogo abriu, cara.
Okay.
Eu dei um clique nele que eu só queria ver a telinha dele e
signal.
jogar direto.
Tracking RF. Got it. Hold on to your butt.
Já não gostei do jogo. Não tá em português, não tem nada em português. F4, vai. Resolveu. Alt F4 sempre resolve tudo. Anúncio desgraçado. Se inscreve, pô. Inscrição é barata e com Prime fica de grátis. Mano. Confia, pô. Confia. Tá, deixa eu salvar aqui.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
Moletom do Instituto.
I know why you're here.
Jammed.
I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Começou no Instituto. Deixa eu ativar essa missão antes. Vamos ver se vai bugar ou não.
I can only imagine what you've heard.
Pera aqui, cortou o cabelo, cara. Tinha o cabelo grande. O cabelo não faz mal pra ninguém.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Né? 30 dias de graça, só precisa ter um cartão lá.
This is the
Tu faz a
reality of
conta,
the
coloca o
Institute.
cartão,
This
assim que
place,
você vincular a
these
conta
people,
com
the
a
work
conta do
we do.
Amazon com a Twitch,
For
tu
over
pega e
100
cancela a
years,
renovação
we've
gratuita.
dedicated
Pronto, não
ourselves
vai cobrar
to
nada.
humanity survival. Decades
Simplesão
of
assim.
research,
Eu
countless
fiz isso pra pegar
experiments
skin
and trials, a
na
shared
outra
vision
conta
of
minha.
how science can
Ganhei uma
help shape
conta,
the future.
coloquei o cartão,
It has never been easy.
fiz todo o processo,
And
aí na
our
hora
actions are often
terminei de fazer tudo, já
misinterpreted
peguei
by
e
those
cancelei
above
o...
ground. Someday, perhaps,
Já peguei
we
e
can
cancelei
show
o
them
bagulho e
what
já
we've
era.
accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we
De
can
débito eu não sabia que dava
for
certo
everyone.
não.
But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Tá, ele parou de falar, esse que é o foda, ele para de falar, acabou. Não tem mais o que fazer aqui. Olha lá, acesso ao elevador negado e tudo que eu posso fazer é andar. É como, parece que isso daqui é como se fosse uma missão troll, tipo, o cara me traz pra cá e eu fico preso aqui dentro, já era, acabou. Aí, ó, o máximo que eu posso fazer é isso daqui. Aí, ó, tá vendo? Aprende com o Evandro aí, ó, caloteiro profissional.
Broken. Would need the key.
Fazer o básico aqui, sentar, esperar uma hora, ver se alguma coisa acontece. É, não deu em nada.
Don't have the key. Can't pick this. Busted.
Olha lá, bugadão, cara. Aí, ó, tá vendo? Evandro mó trambiqueiro, fi. Aprende com ele aí, ó. Como ter escrito infinito, de graça. Transcendeu não, o primo do cara trambicou, né? Trambicou tanto que aplicou até golpe no otário aí, ó. Pô, tá, riu aí, perdeu a conta dele da PSN, cara do primo. Falo mesmo, mó trambiqueiro do caralho. Ah, fudeu. Fudeu, mano. Eu não consigo nem sair daqui. Eita, olha lá, Sônica. Tá indo pro mau caminho, ó. Usando M2. Aí, Sônica, tu já fez essa missão aqui, cara? Eu acho que essa missão aqui tá bugada, cara. Não entendi que porra tem que fazer aqui, velho. Deixa eu ver aqui. Fallout 4. Mano, alguma coisa tá errada aqui, velho. Eu chego nesse lugar aqui, o cara fala um pouquinho comigo, eu não posso sair. Ah, é arma de nego cotoco, o negócio fica camperando com essa bosta aí. Tá, pera aí, deixa eu ver o que o cara fez aqui no vídeo dele. O cara, ele tá num lugar diferente do meu. Tinha uma escada pra ele. Pera aí. Cara, eu tô preso nesse bagulho aqui, eu não sei o que fazer, cara. Aquele moleque ali não é o Shaw, não, né? Vixe. Cara, eu não tentei o básico. Será que eu tinha que tentar falar com o moleque, mano? Caralho,
Sean?
era isso.
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Puta que pariu, às vezes a burrice
Oh
transcende,
my
cara.
god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father, what's
It's
going on?
me.
What's happening?
I'm your dad. Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me. Father,
Caralho, o videogame vai sair
Father,
voando.
help me.
Ih, cara, eu acho que não é não, hein.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all
Ih, olha lá, o
what I
moleque
anticipated.
bugou, mano.
He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here, right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Nem fudendo, mano.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was...
Mano, esse jogo tá muito viajado. Não é possível que esse cara seja o Shaw, mano. Porque, tipo, o Shaw era um bebê, mano. Era pra, no mínimo, aquele caçador tá morrendo de todo fudido se o Shaw tivesse velho desse jeito. Deixa eu ver aqui. Ainda não fiz essa missão. Tenho certeza que é ele. Tô usando muito a UL7 e M2 CX9. CX9 eu peguei gold hoje na conta do Felipe.
But 60 years. That is the reality. And here I am. Raised by the Institute. And now its leader.
Mas por quê?
But why?
Cara, não tem como esse moleque ser esse velho ser o Shaw, mano.
Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever.
O próprio caçador que pegou o Shaw, mano, ele não bate com a idade desse velho, mano.
So they followed the best example thus far.
Tipo, o maluco tinha o quê? O cara tava na casa dos 25 pra 30, se eu não me engano. Quando ele resgatou o Shaw. O Shaw era um bebê, não tinha 1 ano. Bota a idade desse velho mais 30 anos pra você ver. Não bate com a idade do cara lá, mano.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took
Tá ligado? Pela idade do caçador não bate, mano.
Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course.
É, aí fodeu, né?
Plenty of that was
não, o Kellogg é um, mano. O cara teve um
But it
filho,
had all
mano. Até onde eu
become
saiba, sintético não se reproduz.
In this
Sintético é igual o Evandro, não se
wasteland,
reproduz.
radiation affected everyone, even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above.
Se bem
Members
que o
of the
corno tinha um...
Institute
Porra, vai se fuder,
exposed.
Sonic.
Another
Se bem que
source was
o
necessary.
cara tinha
But then
um
the
chip
Institute
do
found
cérebro,
me
né? Caralho, aí fudeu,
After
mano.
discovering records from Vault 111, an infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every
Tá chamando ele
other
de
human
Vandinho?
cell in the Commonwealth.
Tá
I
querendo.
was exactly what they needed.
Tá querendo dormir com a
And
ruela
so it was
doendo,
my
viu?
DNA that became
Nunca
the
duvidei
basis of the
dessa
synthetic
Sônica.
organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Sua mãe. Ah, deve ter verdade do Kellogg.
She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Sai daí, eu, hein? Ela foi assassinada.
Collateral damage? She was murdered.
Killed? Yes. Murdered? I'm not so sure about that. Still, I do regret never having known her. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg.
Kellogg? He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
Aí, ó. Caralho.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will
Aí, ó.
freely
Tá fazendo
admit that.
referência como Kellogg é
Institute
humano e não
technology
como
prolonged
Kellogg.
his life and his usefulness
Agora
far
fez
beyond
sentido.
any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective.
O cara é um aumentado.
It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Vamos ouvir sobre o Instituto.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Tem medo de você.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Talvez.
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Vou concordar, porque a comunidade é uma porra, tem um bicho lá que sempre me mata.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Sim.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Eu achava que o jogo ia terminar quando eu achasse ele, né? Mas... Calma aí, tu já pegou o kill streak novo, JW? Que kill streak? Ele manda uma Kenga, não manda Pix, manda pedidos vagos de jantares que nunca vai mandar mesmo. É uma Kengazeira. Vinho, globo limpo, microfone. O bagulho não quer ativar. Laborar preto ali, suspeito. Deixa eu ver, aquelas portas ali já se abriram? Ah, agora abre. Caralho, que da hora. Cara, nem parece que tô jogando Fallout chegando num lugar
Almost
assim.
done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Mano, a
Most
mina
of
tá
them have
trabalhando
lasted
no
long
vento e
past
tá
their
fazendo
projected
barulho, cara.
lifespans. If you ask me,
Ah tá, eu já terminei esse
built
passe, já
pretty
tá nos
well.
últimos dias do passe
I
já,
can't argue with
Sônica.
that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
there we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Ah, essa...
Thanks again.
Of course.
Fala com essa mulher aqui, ó.
Scanning unknown.
Excuse me, Doctor.
They weren't
Clearance
kidding.
confirmed.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Encontrar meu filho.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Bom, por enquanto.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Não quero ficar muito de papo com esse povo aqui, não.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Negociação.
I'll take a look, sure.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Let's see what you have.
Pera aí, o que eu passei pro cara? Não, pera aí, sucata. Epa, pera aí, deu ruim. O que foi que eu passei pra ele a mais? Tem que cancelar a venda porque eu